I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Now today I think I've stumbled upon the most important movie to mankind, the Duke Nukem movie. And you might ask yourself, what does he mean by that? But it literally means that I found Duke Nukem the movie just with less boobs. Everybody already knows who Duke Nukem is by now. He's that, you know, that big strong macho Chad looking dude from the 90s, 1993 game Duke Nukem 3D or whatever. There was also that game Duke Nukem Forever, which was fucking booty. Basically, Mr. Duke is just based off of 80s to 90s action heroes like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis.
You told these guys they were killing bad motherfuckers. That's fucked up.
But Duke Nukem is like all the 80s and 90s action heroes just combined, squashed together into a single-celled, testosterone, steroid-fueled man. But today I'm gonna show you what happens when we take Duke Nukem and turn him into a very completely normal-looking man who just so happens to be homeless, with other completely normal-looking men who also just so happen to be homeless with their families who look like completely normal suburban families, and they just also so happen to be homeless. And then we throw him into an action-packed alien movie filled with sunglasses that are really fucking cool, epic one-liners, mass murder, and a very finely combed mullet. Our story opens up with a nice graffiti wall in the title of our movie, which I feel like is something that movies should do more today, you know what I mean? It really gives you that Americana culture-esque kind of feel, you know? I guess it's an 80s movie, so I guess that's why it feels like that. I don't know, I really like it, and if you don't, well, I believe you didn't shower today. And out comes our hero just vibing, and for all intents and purposes we're going to be calling our main character the homeless guy, since they literally throughout the whole movie don't say his name fucking once. And as you can see, this guy looks like he's from a suburban neighborhood on a hike. He just has a backpack with him and nice ass jeans. Like, he does not look like your homeless guy, you know what I mean? He looks like a white soccer dad. You can't tell me that I'm wrong. It's not wrong to say that he doesn't look like a homeless person. There's actually a pretty interesting reason for why he looks like a really normal person, but we're gonna get into that later. So the homeless guy, after walking for God knows how long, arrives in a city. He arrives in a city, and I have no idea what the name of the city is. And the first thing he tries to do is get a job. Our Mr. Homeless Guy is a nice, upstanding, working citizen. He believes in taking care of himself, especially his mullet. You can tell. Look at that fucking thing. And while this man gets a job, he stutters. I have no fucking clue what this man says. Can you tell me?
So,
my man went to a job place and they were like, we need your information. What's your phone number? Sir, we've got nothing for you. After getting promptly denied a job after just not even speaking English, he arrives outside in the middle of a park where he then sees a preacher just preaching in the middle of the street, and he's blind. And then the police show up to beat his ass. I guess police are beating up blind preachers. Homeless guy shows up at a random construction site basically and asks this dude for a job. And the guy's like, this is a union job. You're gonna have to work really hard to get this job. You know what I mean? And he's like, hey, don't worry, man. I got my own tools in my bag. You've got your own tools in your bag? And then we see this guy. This man is actually named Keith, I think, because I don't even think they say his name for the rest of the movie either. After giving him a love stare, this random man tells homeless guy that he's got a place to stay with food and shelter. It's a pretty good deal. He just shows up, demands a job, and says he has tools in his backpack. But then after the offer, the homeless guy just stares at him. He looks at him like he just got butt fucked. The homeless guy literally follows Keith for just 5 blocks or something without saying a goddamn word. Keith finally just stops him and turns around and asks him, he's like, dude, why are you following me? And this is pretty much how it went down. It's getting kind of weird, man.
Because I've been following you around, but check this out.
Oh my god, that's your cop. The homeless guy just says another random thing, which we can't really understand what the fuck he's saying because the audio is just low enough that you can't really understand a single word he's putting out, except for, I don't know, maybe the words bleh.
well, I don't join up with anybody till I see where he's going.
Finally, homeless guy and Keith arrive at the homeless camp where they see these people. They look completely normal. I mean, look at this guy. Look at this guy. He looks like a white suburban soccer dad. I mean, all of these people kind of look like they belong in a suburban neighborhood in New Jersey. Cut to our heroes eating bowls of soup. Keith just goes on and on about how he hates life and society, and that how society just really gave it to him. They really shoved it up his ass, and society was just like, we're gonna give it to you, Keith. Oh no, don't give it to me, society. But no, homeless guy basically said, bro, you just gotta believe in the system, man. You just gotta work your way up. Maybe one day you'll get the manager position in 20 years. We're now watching TV with some more homeless men when suddenly they get hacked by a mysterious man.
We are living in an artificially induced state of consciousness that resembles sleep.
Oh, goddamn hacker, that second time tonight that asshole's cut in.
Weirdly enough, the preacher is back from getting his ass beat, I guess, by the cops, and he just starts mouthing the words of the hacker on the screen. The hacker on the screen basically goes on to say how there's an alien invasion that's already taken place and how they're turning normal citizens into just like cattle, basically taking away the higher paying jobs and just jobs in general from human beings as a whole. So this would explain why all the homeless people pretty much look normal.
They are dismantling the sleeping middle class.
Homeless guy starts getting sneaky and he sees the preacher man and the other homeless guy walk over into this church that's right across the street, right? And this is when shit just starts getting weird. So the next day, homeless guy just starts to, you know, he gets a little risky and he breaks into the church. Well, not breaks anymore, like just walks in through the back door while they're playing a fake preaching song while they're having this little secret meeting in the other room, and he discovers all of these all this science on the table, all this nice science with a box of sunglasses, and he's just like, whoa, those are some really cool sunglasses, man. They're made out of science. And then he gets felt up by the priest and he just leaves, and the priest is like, I know you'll be right back. You'll be back. You'll be back to touch my nut. And then we find out that the homeless guy also isn't the only person spying on the church, but so are the cops for some reason. They apparently don't like science. I forgot they're fucking aliens. So this has to do with some kind of like rebellion alien shit, maybe. I don't even know why I'm pretending I know the end of the movie. That's because I'm just so cool. And then the next day, the cops show up and they literally bulldoze the homeless camp. I mean, they show up with riot shields, a SWAT team, and they show up to basically fuck up the church and destroy all of these homeless people's homes. Like, what the fuck kind of cops are these? And then they beat up the preacher. Again, this blind man can't get any, he gets no chill. He gets no vacation. Homeless guy finds shelter and he ends up staying the night after ditching the blind guy. Next day, the entire homeless camp is of course fucked up, so homeless guy uses this to his advantage to just walk on over to the church to steal those nice box of sunglasses, those cool science sunglasses he saw. So, and this is when shit just goes completely in a completely different direction that I did not see the movie coming. It's ridiculous. My dude takes these sunglasses, right, and he puts them on and he just starts seeing shit. I mean, he starts seeing shit. Oh my god. How'd they get that picture of my ass? Homeless guy, after realizing that there's a bunch of subliminal messages written all over every single piece of literally fucking anything in human society, he walks over to a magazine stand where he sees this.
What's your problem?
Look at those fucking eyeballs, man. I mean, look at them. He looks like he's got x-ray vision. He knows everything that's going on. Rightfully so, homeless guy just starts freaking out just right in front of him. He just starts staring at him like he's a complete fucking clown. After homeless guy freaks out for a little bit, he basically wanders around and he finds a grocery store. I guess he wants snackies or something. And he walks in, he sees the TV, and boom! The fucking president is also an alien. Boom! Everybody else in the grocery store is also an alien. Every single one of these aliens looks like the physical embodiment of chlamydia. Homeless guy must be high or something, because once he's about to walk out, he bumps into an old lady and she's just so posh about it. And this encounter kicks off basically the events of the rest of the movie. And we also get one of many, many one-liners that we're gonna see throughout the rest of this video.
You know, you look like your head fell on the cheese dip back in 1957.
What the fuck even was that? And I don't know about you, if I was surrounded by chlamydia monsters, I think I would try to remain, you know, low key. I wouldn't make it very known that I can see them, exactly as their ugly selves. But no, this man just thought that he could just get away with a one-liner and just walk out. And then all of a sudden, all of the chlamydia monsters whip out their golden watches and they're all literally reporting him to, I don't know. That's right, we got a guy, no chlamydia at all. No chlamydia in sight. That's right, sir. Yes, that's right. Sunglasses, blue jeans, mullet, tight ass. After realizing he is being described to the gods, he runs out of the store. And then he does the same thing to another lady that is just checking herself out. I mean, she's not a lady, she's an ugly fucking alien monster looking at herself in the mirror, but it's okay. He does not decide to lay low.
That's like pouring perfume on a pig.
Boom, jump scare, and then the cops show up to beat homeless guy's ass. Never mind, he just shoots them and then he leaves. Balls full of confidence after taking down 2 alien chlamydia monsters, he goes into the trunk of the cop car and steals a shotgun. And this is where the Duke Nukem part comes into play. This is why I mentioned him in the beginning of the video. Everything is gonna make sense, I promise. So after stealing the shotgun, this dude is high. He walks straight over to a bank, and now we are hit with the best one-liner in the entire movie. Probably one of the best one-liners. I don't know. There's another one later on that I'm going to show you guys, but this one takes the cake. Best.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
And then he goes on a fucking shooting spree. He just starts murdering everybody in the bank. It's insane. Who the fuck goes on a shooting spree after discovering that your entire planet has been taken over by chlamydia monster aliens from space? Then one of the aliens starts to describe the homeless guy, and he literally just blips out of existence. I mean, he says, bye, I fucking quit, dude. I'm leaving. I'm going back to Venus. Filled with testosterone and manliness, our homeless guy runs outside where he sees a flying Roomba bot about to report him to authorities. He says another quick one-liner.
Come to show him where I am. Not nice.
And then he shoots the fucking thing down. He makes a cop pee his pants and run away.
Beat your feet.
And then he forces some random lady in the parking lot to take him home. Quite the turn of events. And while he's making her do this, she's just like, yes, I'll just do whatever you want, sir. You're the boss. 5 minutes into their conversation while he's inside her house, she just yeets him out the fucking window. And I mean, this is a really high ass fucking window, so it must have hurt, and he left the glasses there as well. So no more Matrix glasses for this man, which means no more high. Homeless man, having left the sunglasses in the woman's house, goes back to his old job to find his good old buddy Keith. Now Keith literally just yells at him.
I've had a rough couple of days.
Dude, why did you kill like 4 people in the middle of a fucking bank with a shotgun? They weren't people, man. Bro, just because the bank foreclosures your house, makes you divorce your wife because you don't have enough money, and sends you to jail because you committed a small town crime because you couldn't afford any of your bills because the government just screwed you over and put you in a really tight spot where you can't afford anything, not even diapers for your child or even an apple for your own throat. Dude, they're fucking alien. He then leaves his old job because Keith obviously just isn't getting the message. Homeless guy returns to the alleyway where he hid the sunglasses in a box in a trash can or something, and then because he hid them in the trash can, we get this really aggressively stupid scene. And this is where the longest movie fight I think I've ever seen in my life. Like a physical altercation, a physical fight. I've never seen a fight go on for this long and for just such a dumb fucking reason. Basically, homeless guy wants him to see. He wants to put the why do I keep almost calling them homeless glasses? Homeless guy wants to put homeless glasses on homeless Keith so he can see all the corruption and the subliminal messages that he's been missing his whole life. And Keith is like, dude, nah, I'd rather just fight you to the fucking death before I put those sunglasses on. And that's exactly what they fucking do for like 7 or 10 minutes straight. I can't even understand why, I don't know. This fight literally makes no sense. And I'm not gonna waste my time showing you the entire fight because it takes up so much time. So here's some really, roll the clips.
No!
And then Keith finally puts on the glasses and we can literally watch this man's entire reality just crumble in front of his fucking... It's good. It's good. It's good stuff. It's good. It's always a good time to watch somebody have an existential crisis. Keith and homeless guy basically lay low for a while after beating the living fucking shit out of each other.
Ain't love grand?
And then we get another fantastic one-liner about being daddy's little boy.
Gonna be hell to pay. Cause I ain't daddy's little boy no more.
I think that means your dad was a pedophile. And then an old friend from the beginning of the movie finds Keith and homeless guy in this random apartment building they're living in, and he invites them to a rebellion meeting. The rebellion meetings always go well. And then they meet this dude who's guarding the place. I don't understand why they would put this guy in charge of security. And then he just says this.
There's something new going down.
Doesn't even try to hide the fact that this is a secret rebellion hideout in a society filled with fucking aliens. Once they get to the Chlamydia book club, they find out that they no longer have to wear the Matrix glasses and they can just put on a pair of contacts to see all of the corruption around them. So I guess they're constantly seeing in black and white. In this little book club meeting, they also end up getting a watch, which allows them to teleport, I guess, to where, I don't know, wherever the fuck the aliens came from, wherever they come from, wherever they teleport. Maybe it just lets them leave the movie so they don't have to be in it anymore.
They push a button, and all of a sudden...
As you can see, I like to compare this movie to Duke Nukem because the main character is just ridiculous and slightly a little bit immature, especially with what he did with the lady, just making her... And then he spews one-liners and randomly shoots people. My guy's crazy. Duke Nukem even says one of the lines from this movie. He says the exact line from the bank scene in one of the games. I don't know which game it is. It's probably the original one, but I'll just play the voice line or something.
Time to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of gum.
And then the homeless guy sees the girl at the book club meeting, and he apparently has a giant crush on her for whatever reason. I guess because she shoved him out of a fucking window, and he's like, I'm in love. And then the aliens show up again and blow shit up, basically ruining the entire rebellion in the city. Whatever rebellion there was before or then. Keith and homeless guy on the run again, except this time they have an amazing ability to just leave the movie, so they try to do that. And then they end up at Alien HQ, which is not very good luck for them, or maybe it could be. It is. And then Keith and homeless guy walk into a dining hall where they find out that, boom, all the world's leaders are also aliens. So the entire world, humans are basically just all homeless at this point, is what I've gathered from this entire movie, except for maybe that guy at the grocery store and that guy at the magazine stand. They're like privileged people. They're definitely in on it. And then the guy who was mad at the TV earlier just so happens to be rich now. Apparently this particular homeless guy got the job because he made the deal with the aliens. The aliens said, hey bro, just help us out in our world domination plan and we'll give you a Lambo. And he's like, I'll take the job. But I don't even know what this homeless guy, this one random homeless guy that was watching TV in the middle of a homeless park that got destroyed by the aliens, has any, what does he have to offer to the plan of world domination? And why is he so valued that he just becomes rich? This is never answered, of course. He's just lucky, I guess. He said, bro, all I gotta do is help them out with their plan. I got a Lambo. Rich homeless guy then gives Keith and our homeless guy the grand tour of Alien HQ, telling them all about the aliens and how they're just taking over Earth, really, and just chilling, bro. And they go back and forth from their planet. Look, they even have a little fucking airport underground. He then finishes the tour by showing them the newsroom, and this happens.
You have your authorization cards.
Right here.
Keith and homeless guy then literally go on a rampage to destroy the signal that keeps humans under chlamydia control. After killing countless aliens, they finally find our homeless guy's big crush that he got at Alien HQ, I guess. He just randomly fell in love with her and he's like, we gotta get her. And he's like, dude, bro, we gotta save the world. I need ass. I need ass. After rescuing her, she literally just shoots Keith in the fucking head. R.I.P. Keith. He's a good guy. Homeless guy, betrayed but still filled with steroid power, realizes that Tushy is just not worth all of humankind. My man says, fuck you. I don't want that ass. I'm gonna save the world. And then they get surrounded by aliens and he gets shot. That's awesome. But in typical 80s fashion, our hero flips the enemy off and lands the final blow on whatever the fuck this thing is. And he lets the entire world know that aliens are under control, basically. He destroys a signal that makes it so every human being on the planet can now see the aliens as they are, just saving the world. I don't know how that saves the world because they're just going to be really freaked out. But it leads to one of my favorite endings in a movie. I can't really show the whole ending because of it has boobs, but I can show you this part.
Hey, what's wrong, baby?
Thank you guys so much for watching until the end. This is a new format that I wanted to try out because I saw this movie and I thought it was just so funny. So I wanted to give it a go, set the camera up. It honestly took me 2 hours to get this set up like perfectly in tune so that the lighting looked good and everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to see more videos like this in this format, please let me know in the comments and hit that like button, please, because I'm just so precious to you. And if there's any other movies you want me to do a little commentary on, just let me know as well in the comments. Other than that, thank you for watching.
It's time to chew ass and kick gum.